Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Dom and we're here to talk about unusual options activity. Alright, disclaimer, this video is for educational purposes only. The statements made in this programming are solely the opinion of the show and are not a specific inducement to make an investment. One must perform their own due diligence and realize all investments carry risk. There's no guarantee of profit. Alright everyone, so like I said in my previous video, I think I've kind of been laying a little bit low here. Haven't been seeing a lot of activity that I've been liking. If anything, I've been adding to some high conviction stocks after earnings that have dropped on good earnings. I've been doing a little bit of trading, definitely not as much as I normally do. Kind of seeing the out of the money call buying kind of slow down a little bit, so it's making me a little bit cautious here. So I'm definitely a little cautious here, trading with caution, just preserving capital, but also trying to take on some risk here to make some kind of money. And some interesting call buying I saw today was in Moderna. Now, these calls expire tomorrow, so everybody watching this video, obviously the market's closed right now. These calls might not be for you because these are going to expire like 8 hours from when the market opens. This is definitely a flyer, small position. I'm not really sure if this trade is going to work out. There's no really investment thesis to this. We're just following some people buying some calls. We don't know what the heck is going on, why they're buying calls or anything. But super small position. Cut down on my cost by using a vertical spread. And also I'm sick of volatility compression when you're buying the out-of-the-money calls. And the VIX, the volatility index, is constantly going up and down like how it is now when you're kind of in a little bit of a choppy market. You will lose money to the volatility compression, meaning the implied volatility of options getting compressed, moving down. So that's something that is super frustrating, at least for me. So I did a vertical spread here. I bought the 230, sold the 240 call. I think I paid about $160. If Moderna is through 240 by tomorrow at the close, this spread will be worth $10. We paid $1.60. So I like that risk reward here. It's a shorter term trade, so we're not risking a lot of money whatsoever to control 100 shares of this stock. Now, Moderna has had a huge run here, also a huge pullback. So this stock is honestly kind of getting a little interesting here. I might look to put on a stop position around 190. Past resistance becomes new support. So we'll see if it holds there. But the pandemic is coming to an end. They're in a lawsuit with the government over Uncle Sam trying to claim some of their royalties on their vaccine sales. So that's definitely a negative. So I like going with the short-term call here. We're not laying out a lot of premium pretty much at all to control 100 shares per vertical spread we do. All right, so we're in those calls, everyone, and we'll see what happens. That's definitely a flyer, definitely not an investment at all, definitely just a small position flyer. So next one I want to bring up is Pinterest. Now, they've been buying some longer dated calls here for a few days now. Like I said, I've been a little cautious here, so I've just been watching the stock here. I'm in some other social media names, so I don't want to crowd my portfolio with these things because a lot of these stocks do tend to trade together. But if you don't have any exposure to social media stocks, this might be a good one here. They've been buying some December calls. Today they were coming in and buying the January 2022 55 strike call, also some action in the 52.5. A lot of these calls have been hitting lately. I'm not sure if it's kind of some residual effects left over, people thinking that this is still going to be a takeover target. If that was the case, I definitely would not want to be in these calls following these people because they might just be buying it on a potential merger announcement after the PayPal announcement fell through. So, that's another reason why I kind of been a little cautious with this one, although this stock has had a huge pullback. I've been thinking about maybe entering the stock. First, I'd like to listen to the earnings call and kind of see what they had to say. I don't think the earnings were as bad as a lot of people expected, but this stock's high was about 90. Now it's trading at about 45. So it's definitely interesting here. It looks like it's holding some support around this level here. This looks like a prior breakout, so we filled the gap all the way back down to 56. Usually gaps like this, stocks will come back to test it. It looks like we kind of fell through there a little bit, but we're right back up. And if we hold this support, this may be an interesting, these may be some interesting long-dated calls to get into. So, thanks for everyone who's been subscribing. Make sure to check me out on Twitter at OptionGuru100. I post a lot of stuff over there, just some trades during the day, so you guys can get in during the day when I get in, not have to wait till the next day. Although sometimes you guys get way better prices than I do in the options because you're getting in a day later. But that's all right. So thanks for everyone who's been subscribing. I really appreciate it. We'll see you in the next one.